Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Thursday, May the 30th. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Elena says, Good morning. Yay, tomorrow is the last day of May, which means next month is actually June. It's your birthday in July? Awesome. And you get a free Starbucks. Cool, cool. Yep, we're going to be starting June this weekend. One more month to go. Quick announcements. We do have sprints tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and they'll go for 2.5 hours. Bring your own book, work on a project, close your eyes, whatever it is you'd like to do, that's time carved out for you. Tomorrow's morning show is Freeform Friday, and we'll be looking at historical mysteries because we'll be starting Hiss Mist readathon in June, the Midsummer Hiss Mist. And so we'll look at some ideas for possibilities for that. Let me switch up here. Where are we going to start? Should we start over? Yeah, we'll start here. All right. First up, The Fireborn Blade. We are doing fantasy and science fiction today, being released this week. This is by Charlotte Bond. Kill the dragon, find the blade, reclaim her honor. It's that or end up like countless knights before her as a puddle of gore and molten armor. Madeline is a knight. There aren't many women in her line of work, and it often feels like the sneering and contempt from her peers is harder to stomach than the actual dragon slaying. But she's a knight and made of sterner stuff. A minor infraction forces her to redeem her honor in the most dramatic way possible. She must retrieve the fabled fireborn blade from its keeper, legendary dragon the White Lady, or die trying. If history tells us anything, it's that die trying is where to wager your coin. Madeline's tale contains a rich history of dragons, ill-fated knights, scheming squires, and sapphic love, with deceptions and double crosses that will keep you guessing right up to its dramatic conclusion. Good morning, Mary. Finally have made it. Been a busy time. Oh, we appreciate you being here. It's okay. And Elena finished with my 2 books on Monday the 25th. Good job. Before Memorial Day was on Monday, May 27th. Good job. That is a good feeling. Good to add to the finished instead of move it from the to be read to the finished. The Burning Witch 3 by Delemhawk. Third in the Burning Witch series. A young witch takes on burning new passions, simmering ancient grudges, and timeless magical mayhem in the last book of this delightful romantasy trilogy. Lady Katerina Ashwin is used to getting into trouble, but her latest muddle takes the cake. A moment's weakness in her attraction to Eric Reyes, crown prince of Daxaria, has landed her in an unexpected marriage with the man, just as her father, Lord Finley Ashwin, arrives in Troivak to check on his headstrong daughter. As if figuring out how to acclimate her father to her scandalous elopement isn't bad enough, there are rumors of dangerous magical plots afoot at court, with Cat seemingly at the center of them all. For one thing, the devil is still prowling around with dubious intentions as to Cat's powers. For another, an underground network of wrongdoers has been spreading a mysterious and addictive drug throughout both Troivak and Daxaria. And perhaps most concerning, a villainess is hiding in plain sight somewhere close to Cat and her best friend, Queen Alina, hoping to use them to strike at the devil. Now it's up to Cat, with the help of her kitten familiar, Pina, as well as her friends and family, to untangle the twisted web of courtly and magical intrigue before her hurried honeymoon is shut court by deadly disaster. Dot, 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 dot. Resurgence. And Lena said hello to Mary. Mary had started another book, The Book of Thorns by Hester Fox. Went to the library yesterday and picked it up. Only about 50 pages in, but good so far. Awesome. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Resurgence by Ken Lazito, 16th in the First Colony series. Dark secrets lurk among the stars. Are they ready for them? General Connor Gates is leading a task force on the most ambitious exploration initiative to date. The crew aboard the ships are a mix of military and civilian, including his son Ethan, who has grown into a well-respected leader. While exploring a strange alien world, the team investigating the wreckage of an alien ship is brutally attacked. The survivors barely escape and are now fighting for their lives and their sanity, including Ethan. They've been exposed to a dangerous contagion, and it's going to spread. Evidence surfaces that there are prisoners on the planet, and their fates are somehow linked to the survivors on the ship. For Connor Gates, it's all or nothing. Rescue the people left behind and find a way to heal his son, or lose everything. But when a mysterious alien encounter presents an unthinkable choice, Connor's decision will affect the future of humanity's place in the galaxy. They knew they weren't alone in the galaxy, but no one could have predicted an encounter that would change all the rules. A Queen This Fierce and Deadly by Stacia Stark. 4th in the Kingdom of Lies series. The price of love is loss. We all pay it eventually. In every life, some moments are too painful to be endured. Some moments will break you if you let them. And yet, I can't afford to let anything break me, because we have one choice to win this war, one chance to create a better life for everyone across the 4 kingdoms. Even as our enemies ally with each other and our own allies are forced to betray their kingdoms, their people, and themselves. And even as Ragnar plans something so cruel, so wholly evil, he's poised to douse that last remaining spark of hope in this world. Unless we kill him first. Oh, you had a tornado over the weekend? About a mile from my house. Oh my goodness. Luckily no issues at my house. Never been that close before. Don't want to repeat it. Oh man. I'm glad it didn't get any closer than that. Those are not to be messed with. I've gotten on a storm chaser algorithm on YouTube, so I get the live feeds. Oof. Ghost Drifter by Suzanne Palmer, 4th in the Finder Chronicles. A hope punk sci-fi caper. What is hope punk? Described as MacGyver meets Firefly. Yeah. You're pulling from the best. Fergus Ferguson, professional finder, always knew his semi-voluntary exile wouldn't last, but he isn't expecting a friend to betray him. One of the galaxy's most dangerous space pirates, Baz Belos, wants him, and what Belos wants, he gets. Belos needs help finding out what happened to his twin sister, who mysteriously disappeared at the edges of space years ago, and he makes Fergus an offer he can't refuse. Mysterious disappearances and impossible answers are Fergus's specialties. After he reluctantly joins Belos and his crew aboard the pirate ship Sidewinder, he discovers that Belos is being tracked by the Alliance. Seeking to stay one step ahead of the Alliance, Fergus and Belos find themselves marooned in the middle of the gap between spiral arms of our galaxies, dangerously near hostile alien territory, and with an Alliance ship in hot pursuit. That's just the beginning of the complications for Fergus's new and possibly last job. The puzzle is much bigger than just Belos's lost sister, and the question of his future, retirement or not, depends on his ability to negotiate a path between aliens, criminals, and the most powerful military force he's ever encountered. The future of entire planets hangs in the balance, and it remains to be seen if it's too big for one determined man and his cranky cat. Gone Fishing, Bob and Nikki book, number 47 by Jerry Boyd. Bob and the family thought it was about time to kick back for a few days on Charlie's Planet, Of course, that brought all of Bob's friends out of the woodwork, needing help with their old business. Can't an admiral get a break? I'm gonna grab some coffee here. Hand of Fate, Backyard Starship, book number 21. I did start the first one. I kind of set it aside for ooh shiny moments, but it's not bad. This is by J.N. Chaney and Terry Maggart. For the first time ever, Van has to deliver the remains of fallen comrades. At the Starsmith, he's presented with an opportunity to change the face of the war, even as Tarina and Van begin planning for the ultimate shift in their galaxy, Parenthood. But first, the crew must prepare for an unexpected gift, a new unknown fleet of ships, uncrewed and hidden deep out in the black. There's just one problem. They have the ships, but they need pilots and a secret base to create their fleet. For that job, they'll need an ally of unparalleled strength, the Shegith Protectorate. With friends and a little time, Van and his AI friends create a plan so bold it will take them into the heart of Yotov's web, and far from anyone who can help them. Earth hangs in the balance, and the fight for humanity's future will take place among the stars. The Dawn of the Cursed Queen, Gods and Monsters, book number 3, by Amber V. Nicole. Ask her, boy. Ask her what she begged the stars for and what lives now. Ask her what she ripped from the very heavens, and then ask her if she cares. The old blood runs through her veins. Nismira and her legions rule the realms as Samkil's power fills the sky. With him gone, she strives to solidify her spot on the throne no matter the cost. Diana struggles beneath the weight of half-truths, lies, and deceptions. After overcoming what she thought was her hardest battle, she soon learns she is at risk of losing everything. Samkil strives to heal, but he has more on his plate than ever before. The hand is dismantled, the realms are in turmoil, and the one person he can trust keeps him at arm's length. Can the two work out their differences, or will they both fall to the blade of the goddess of war? The one true king returns, but is it the king or queen who shall rule them all? Why can't it be both? Unprepared Healer by Jonathan Brooks, second in the Earthen Contenders. Exposed as the contender at the top of the rankings, Thaden has to make a run for it. After the assimilation system inadvertently outed Thaden as a contender, as well as confirming that he was at the top of most of the rankings, the Life Warden has to leave the town of Ashcleft as soon as possible. Why? Because with his level being over 21, he can now be attacked by other contenders with a lower level than him. They are eager to bring him down so that they'll have a chance at the top spot, which will guarantee that their families back home on Earth will be safe. With the completely unfair contender versus contender system in place, he can't defend himself even if he had the capability, as any damage he might inflict upon them is immediately negated. That's an lit RPG. Dreadful by Caitlin Rozakis. It's bad enough waking up in a half-destroyed evil wizard's workshop with no eyebrows, no memories, and no idea how long you have before the Dread Lord whomever shows up to murder you horribly and then turn your skull into a goblet or something. It's a lot worse when you realize that Dread Lord whomever is you. Gav isn't really sure how he ended up with a castle full of goblins or why he has a princess locked in a cell. All he can do is play along with his own evil plan in hopes of getting his memories back before he gets himself killed. But as he realizes that nothing, from the incredibly tasteless cloak adorned with flames to the aforementioned princess, is quite what it seems, Gav must face up to all the things the Dreadlord Gavrax has done, and he'll have to answer the hardest question of all. Who does he want to be? This is a high fantasy farce. featuring killer moat squid, toxic masculinity, an evil wizard convocation, and a garlic festival, all at once. All in all, Dread Lord Gavrax has had better weeks. Gleam, the Plated Prisoner, book number 3 of 6, it says, by Raven Kennedy. This was released this week, wasn't it? So it says. King Midas made me the woman I am today, notorious, unattainable, his. The thing about being confined is that you believe it's to keep the bad out until you realize it's about keeping you in. I'm now in a strange kingdom surrounded by liars, with no allies of my own, but I won't sit idly by and let myself wither. No, there's something that's bloomed from the pit of my repression, something dark, something angry. But the last thing I expected was for my anger to call out to him, King Ravager. He's sinister and powerful and entirely too seductive. I've learned my lesson with trusting manipulative kings, so why does my chest constrict every time he's near? I need to tread carefully, or I'm at risk of losing much more than just my freedom. Regret and revenge war inside of me, and I need to figure out the plan fast before I get tangled up in the schemes of kings and queens, because I won't be caught in a cage again. No, this time it'll be me setting the trap. I just hope my heart comes out of this unscathed. Truth's Blade by Michelle Diener. Oh, I'm familiar with that author. She used to write, like, I think, historical mysteries a long time ago. Fourth in the Rising Wave series. A warrior enslaved. Theo has been bested. On the hunt for missing children, he encounters a man who has more magical weapons than Theo could ever believe existed, and their confrontation may have ended with Theo managing to wound the abductor, but it leaves him spelled in the shape of a goat, as one does. A woman trapped. Melody has been living a half-life in Eloa, exploited by her boss, restless at the thought of continuing on her current path. She stumbles into a situation she knows will change her life. When her ability to see spell work, which has led to a life in the shadows, allows her to see a man caged by magic, she has no hesitation in releasing him. A partnership made in desperation. When Theo asks her to help him find missing children to go up against a spell worker who sounds like everything her deceased father tried to protect her from, Melody accepts. She is tired of keeping herself safe at the expense of the truth, and Theo swears he will be the blade at her back. But neither of them know the danger they will be facing and how deep a bond they will have to forge with each other to fight an opponent with a heart this dark. Two more to go. Paragon of Solitude by Jeffrey L. Kohanek. Second in the Dawn of Wizards series. He's floating. A young wizard, a dreaded prophecy, the quest to recover a relic hidden long ago. Magic flows through human veins for the first time. A young man trains with his new abilities, seeking to master something he barely comprehends, until he is stricken by a powerful vision, a prophecy foretelling the end of the world. His slim hope resides in something called the Paragon. Desperate, he sets off on a quest to locate this long-lost relic. His only clue lies with the one person who knows where it is hidden, a dwarven king who died 6 years ago. The quest gains momentum when he is joined by his brother and a female thief. Together, they venture into the dangerous and infamous valley known as the Vale. Even if they survive the monsters that roam these wild lands, can they locate what they seek? A dwarf champion and his crew set off on a voyage across the world, seeking to reclaim their people from the clutches of the traitorous dark elves. Death and danger plague the journey until they finally reach the drow capital of Telastar. The entire world shudders from what they discover. Jenny Wirtz has a new one. My goodness, that is a name. 11, In the Wars of Light and Shadow. And it does say this is the final volume. In the final battle of light against shadow, warring factions prepare to meet the bare fist of Arathon's fury, sparked by the execution of the innocent murdered by divine decree. As the Fellowship sorcerers clash with rebellious dragons bent on catastrophic annihilation, those faithful to the true sect raise armies to extinguish the clans and fight a last bloody conquest of the free wilds. All while the prime matriarch courts reckless power to seize charge of mankind's destiny. As contention threatens to snap the final restraint of old charter law, bitter strife and vicious ambition threaten to revoke humanity's right to inhabit the world. The only hope of survival for all lies in the recovery of the Paravians, those who last called Aethera home before mankind. The true hearts of heroes will be challenged in the savage fires of conflict. Alera and Daliana's steadfast loyalties must rise against the odds or fall as Lyser's reckoning collides with the Mistwraith's secretive machinations, but not before elder powers arise to claim their debt for a grieving spanning millennia. ... I've not read this author's works, therefore none of those words meant anything to me. So look at that! Wow, perfect time. Oh, come on now. That was the last one, and it ended just as we finished. That's amazing. All right, guys, that is it for today. And Keo has a hairball, if you can hear that. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not able to watch it in the live part of this, I do repost this so you can watch it at any time to see what the new releases are this week. Oops, sorry about that, Elena. See you tonight. Oh, you betcha. Thanks for coming. We'll see you tonight. Mary says thanks and hope to see you later. Have a great day, both of you and Elena. Awesome. Yes, we do have sprints tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. They'll go for 2.5 hours. And then our next sprints are on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, and those go for 5 hours. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be looking at historical mysteries on the eve of Midsummer Mist. So if you want to tune in to that one. In the meantime, hope you're having a good day and reading good books. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.